In this video, I'm going to be going over how to set up your own mods on a server, and this way you can actually join a modded server, whether it's through a mod pack or maybe just specific mods. And we'll also cover, Forge, Fabric, and a couple other solutions briefly as well. And I'll kind of get you guys all the information you need to understand how to set up a modded server and the best way to go about this, and some important tips. So we'll make this kind of brief, but kind of also a little bit packed, so you can kind of get the perfect kind of balance here, and you get all the information that you need to set up a mod pack or just some mods on a server. So right now, as you can see, I have a few tabs open here. So we're going to go over these one by one real quickly here. So this is obviously Forge, and when you want to join a modded server, you're going to need to download Forge onto your PC. So you would click this installer for the version that you want, and then you would install it for client. But on the server side, it would also have a server option. However, with the specific way we're going to do it in this video, it's a lot easier, and you don't have to actually go through extracting it. You can just click one button and you have it installed. So we're going to go over that in just a moment here. The other option here is this solution, which is basically mixing plugins with mods. So like if you wanted to have Spigot / Craft Bucket with mods, this is a great solution. And we are also partnered with this company here, so we'll go over this as well. This is something that you're going to want to look into, and then we'll just kind of show like an example mod here, right? So this is an example, and we'll kind of show per mod, and then also mod packs the easiest way, which is very, very quickly if you use the specific steps that we go through here. So what you would want to do is, first, I would recommend this hosting company. There are other hosting solutions out there, but if you want actually a good performing server for mod packs, this is obviously the best host to go with. And I'll tell you why right now. First of all, price is not going to be an issue. You're still going to get a really good CPU, but you're going to be paying about less than actual Pebble host. Yes, you heard that right. So Pebble host is known to be one of the cheapest hosts out there. If you don't know already, so you could get maybe premium hosting at the cheapest, or you can get the really slow servers at the cheapest price, but this is going to get you around the same price as the slowest servers for extremely fast CPUs, and we're starting at the 3900X, or you can even pay more if you really want something high caliber that the largest networks use, but we're obviously not going to need that for this video in particular. So this will be more than enough for most modded servers out there. Even if you do grow your community, or if you're just with a few friends, this is the best option out there in terms of price point and actual CPU cores. So then you don't actually have to deal with any lag, and you don't have to have all those problems. So we definitely recommend using ServerHorse. So when I jump into the panel here, after I order my server, you can see that we got a couple different options here. So I'm just going to show you quickly how you can actually set up a mod pack first, because this is definitely a popular option. So if I wanted to set up a mod pack, all I would have to do, just go to the mod pack manager down here and then search for any mod pack out there, right? So there's basically literally every single mod pack. There probably are some that are not on this list, and then you can do the manual method. We'll have a video about that as well. But most mod packs you could probably just use through here, and you just click this install button and bam, it'll install into the mods folder onto your server. But one important thing to do is that you want to switch your server to a modded server. So I can just go to this right here, the advanced tab, and then just switch this to the type of server I want my server to be. In this case, maybe I want a Fabric server, or maybe I want a Forge server. So we're going to go Forge since that's the more traditional version. And I personally think it's better in terms of actually having more mods available. Even though Fabric is a little bit faster, it's very limited right now. Even in 2023, Forge is always the best option if you want the most possible mods available to you. And then let's say I wanted, like, I don't know, 1.12.2, right? Because that's where most of the mods are on, but you could do 1.19. There's just less mods because it's a newer version. But I can select this and I just hit install, and boom, in about 2 seconds, it'll be done. It should already be done. It should make a notification. I don't know if you heard that, but you can already tell it's done. I can literally boot my server right now, and it'll already be a Forge server. If I boot right now, just got to hit this right here, and then bam. As you can see here, it'll go ahead and boot, and it should get a mods folder here. Yep. Right here. So if I actually install that mod pack, it'll go ahead and put that into the mods folder, right? But let's say I just want one specific mod. Well, all I would do is just go to this specific mod, for example, on CurseForge, and I would just download the jar file from here. Just click download and drag and drop that into here, right? So like if I have the jar file, I'm not going to show this because it's pretty self-explanatory, and I want to get into a couple more things. But I would just click download, drag the file into here, and reboot the server, and there we have it. Now client side, on your own computer, you would just put that into your mods folder, into your %app data %. We'll have a video on that linked below once we do have that video available. So that'll be another thing that'll come out in the near future on this channel that we'll show you guys. But as you can see, the server booted very quickly. I didn't actually show you guys, but oh, you can see here, this server was previously another type of server, so it's using a different world, and so I was like, wait a minute, you know, so it was on a different version, so you can see that it was having a couple errors here. But if you're, you know, not switching from a totally different type of server beforehand, you shouldn't have any of those issues. But as you can see, it's already running, and then we can just put the mods into that server and reboot. Now I can go ahead and stop the server here, and I'll show you the other option that is a little less common, but I think is really important to consider. If you'd like to basically have it to where you run a Forge server, but you have plugins as well, this is the best option. So as you can see here, I can select the version of Forge. Previously we did 1.12, we could do 1.19, 1.20 is about to come out, so we could select that perhaps once that's available for Magma. And this would just create a plugins folder, right? So just like any normal server, right, it would have a plugins folder, and you can install plugins and mods. So I would join a modded server, but any sort of bucket plugin or spigot plugin would work as well, which is a pretty powerful solution. Not a lot of people know about this still, but it is becoming increasingly more popular over time. And this is definitely an option to look into. So that's the general idea of how to set up mods. Obviously, there's a lot of other things you can do, and we'll have more videos on more specific things, but that's just a basic idea. We'll also have a video linked below, or even popped up right now, going over the client side, more on your computer. That's something we want to go over as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you for watching.